insights about Scrum Happiness at work are that we are working better, we are more productive when we are happy. So the happiness has effects on the way we work, and then this relates to Scrum and to how we do things. It's good to be happy, it's good to be mindful, to do a better job. And then in this workshop I've learned some techniques that can help me and my team to be more happy or to increase our happiness levels.
Okay, thank you. Can you just say your name, because I can't remember the name?
Yes, Adriana.
I think it's really interesting with Scrum that you automatically have an inspect and adapt moment where you really look at yourself and the team, like how are we feeling, how are we doing, how can we improve ourselves. So I like that that's sort of a given inside of Scrum. And what I learned in this workshop, first, well, the sort of biology, neurology, sort of the science aspect, which I think is really interesting. And then besides that, the more practical exercises. Oh, how can I help the team with their happiness if they're not really happy? And yeah, really the practical side of it.
Thank you.
I learned something about the hormones and how the things work in your brain. So I think that's insightful, and I saw some best practices and I learned from that. So that I think those two are my two biggest takeaways. So thanks.
My name is Astrid. The two biggest takeaways from this workshops are the insights in the positivity resonance and the positivity ratio. And I really like the team building exercises and the same but different ones. They're really inspiring. So thank you very much.
Hi, I'm Eric. A couple of things that I want to add is that I learned that you have to take happiness seriously. It's an important part of our life and also our working life and space, and it helps in getting a much better working space and environment and climate. And well, maybe I'm going to introduce a soundproof music room at the ANWB. Who knows? Thank you.
I'm Florian. Insights, one actively can stimulate happiness at work, which is interesting. So it's a working environment and still you work with individuals and you can stimulate happiness. Perks can be of help, because I usually think that perks are much overrated, but like games and so on, I heard a lot of feedback that they are actually of added value, which is nice to learn. Culture of a company has to support and at least to be open for such things, for like happiness or for this, otherwise it'll kill it. And I like very much what you said somewhere in the beginning. If you are unhappy at work, I don't think that you go home and you be happy.
Hi, I'm Mark. In this workshop I liked the exercises, and what I learned especially is being happy yourself. It's all starting with yourself. So if you're happy yourself, then you can give happiness to other people. And I'd learned to take some time to gather with the team and to make a user story about how they can become more happy at work. So thank you very much.
My name is Rashnu. What I learned is in this workshop is that you can define certain competencies that improve the happiness level. I knew there were certain behaviors, but this is another approach that is new for me, to define happiness competences and actively do something to develop them. What I also is new for me is the agile approach to developing those competencies, and that you can make a product backlog for happiness related items with acceptance criteria and definition of done. That is really something I want to apply in the companies in which I'm working. And something I took on from this workshop is that I also want to be a chief happiness officer. It seems suitable for me.
Hi, I'm Wing. Thank you, Veronique, for your for the workshop. I really loved it. Also, thank you all the people who were here today. My two takeaways from the workshop were, the first thing was that I realized that I'm actually not that aware about being happy at work. So that was really a good one, because we think about that, I think, not enough. And the second thing was all the tooling, the exercises that you showed us, that we did together, because it's really practical, and you can easily do this with colleagues as well. So I really love that. Thank you.
My name is Tom. What I learned today, my insight is that Agile and happiness go well together. They share the same purpose. One of my favorite memes is, there's no way to Agile, Agile is the way, which I actually nicked from, there's no way to happiness, happiness is the way. So they go well together. What I discovered here is that with a lot of people who are like-minded, it's easy to share and to shift gears, because you are all open-minded and talk about your own happiness and happiness at work, which a lot of people don't do that easily. Today from the workshop, I really liked the things, the user stories, like start small but think big, and just take one and apply them. And tonight I'm going to another meetup, which is about growth mindset and fixed mindset, about how you change your mindset. And one of the things I already learned is that you can change your mindset. You can also change the way you look at happiness. And one of the takeaways from the workshop is you can enhance and grow happiness. So, thank you.
Okay, my name is Barry. What I'd like to start with is a little phrase of mine, maybe from Dutch people, that looking on your watch does not make you arrive on time. But what I'm taking away from this workshop is that you can actually work on certain things, so that you can actually arrive on time or be happy. That's what the few things I found the most valuable of this workshop, is working on the backlog items. Also found the presentation at the start very helpful. It gave me insight on why this is important and where it comes from.
Hi, my name is Mette. I've been working with happiness at work for 5 years, but I very much like your entry into it, which is different from me, the neurologic part of it. That's new to me, and I find that very interesting, how you approach that. And I love the energy at the workshop. I think the group exercises were great, and how you make this diverse team, who I think we don't know each other, come together. And I think happiness at work is the #1 thing for organizations. I think that's where everything starts. And I think it's not about looking at one happiness criteria, but I think it's about everything playing together. And I think that you showed that very nicely today. Thank you, and thank you very much for today.
I'm Camilla, and today I learned, well, a lot of things have already been mentioned, so I'm not going to mention them again. Well, our company is a startup, and I think our workspace and the way we set up things like lunch already includes a lot of cooperation and facilitates happiness at work. Yet you need to make these opportunities more visible, apparently, because it's not enough to provide them. We really have an awesome workspace. But yeah, you basically need to make sure that people... as a project manager, for example, I would probably have to remind them to maybe take a walk or play football table or this kind of things, which is probably weird for some people to do, to remind other people to take care of their well-being. But when you're working under pressure, as in a startup, it's probably important that someone takes it up. So I'm going to